But I think the Naseehah we can begin with and just say that Ramadan is just over 4 weeks away. Just over 4 weeks away. And often the success of our Ramadan does not depend on Ramadan. The success of Ramadan does not depend on Ramadan. It often depends on Sha'ban. It depends on the month before. Why? Because you know what happens sometimes we live our lives and then we just almost fall into Ramadan. And it's first Tarawih tonight. You know, there's no preparation. We just walk into Ramadan unprepared. And the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba is actually to prepare for Ramadan. That this Ramadan has all these gifts, all these blessings, all these openings, the potential to change our lives, potential to grant us eternal salvation, to save us from the hellfire. All of these gifts are in one Ramadan. We can attain all of this, but to get there, we have to prepare for Ramadan. So I'm going to speak about just 3 things to do to prepare. Number one is that you can't, I remind myself first of all, we can't fill our spiritual buckets if there are holes in it. These beautiful buckets that we have, the containers of our heart, we can't fill it with goodness and purity if there are holes in it. What are the holes of those buckets? Those things which displease Allah. So sometimes our nafs, it's difficult for our nafs to say, I will never do the sin again. So what do you tell your nafs? I won't do it for 4 weeks. It's easy to manage psychologically. Whatever hole in the bucket that you have in your life, you tell yourself for the next 4 weeks, for the whole Sha'ban, I'm not going to do this. And when Ramadan comes and you also won't do it, it will be 8 weeks. Inshallah, the bucket will be completely sealed afterwards. So the first thing is that it's fine to do good things, but you have to sort out the holes in our buckets. And each one of us knows, it's our own secrets. Each one of us knows the things we struggle with. Each one of us knows our weakness, our weak points, where we fall down, where we continually displease Allah, where we can't get things right. We all know that weak point. But we have to take ourselves to account and say, at least for 1 month, I'm going to try. Not Ramadan, Sha'ban. Not Ramadan, Sha'ban. That's the first thing. The second thing is that once the holes in the buckets are closed, what's next? We must start filling the buckets. The Prophet ﷺ sunnah was that he never fasted more in any month besides Ramadan. He never fasted more in any month besides Sha'ban. The riwayat it said he almost fasted the entire Sha'ban. This is Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam preparing for Ramadan. He almost fasted the entire Sha'ban. I'm not saying you have to fast the entire Sha'ban. I'm not even saying you have to fast at all. I'm saying what's the principle behind it is we have to start moving closer to Allah in Sha'ban already. Through whichever way is easy for you, whether it's through salah or dhikr or Quran or fasting, whatever you can manage, but you have to start moving closer to Allah in Sha'ban. So when Ramadan comes, almost like your heart is ready for it. Like the container is ready. So first, number one is you have to mend the buckets, remove the holes, close the holes, even for a few weeks. Number two is just do something extra that you don't normally do. Do something extra for Allah, for your own sake, for your heart, for this next Sha'ban. And put yourself on a program. Say, I'm going to read 1 page of Quran every day in Sha'ban. Just 1 page, because I haven't read it for months now. 1 page I'm going to read. I'm going to make 5 minutes of dhikr in the morning. 5 minutes. I'm going to make some of my sunnahs. Just some basic stuff. I'm going to go to the masjid more often. Just take yourself to task in Sha'ban, so when Ramadan comes, you are prepared. Number 3, there are things that are not sinful, but they are harmful. There are things that are not sinful, But they are harmful, and why are they harmful? They are harmful because they distract you from Allah, because they make you forget Allah, they put you in a state of ghafla, of heedlessness. Number one on that list of things is what? This. Number one on the list of things are these screens. I'm not saying it's haram, I'm saying it's taking your heart away. It's taking your heart away from the people around you, it's taking your heart away from your Creator. So what is the plan for Sha'aban? The Sha'aban digital detox. I struggle with this as well. I'm not saying I have this down. I have my, like in your mind, you have a version of yourself. Do you have it in your mind? Like in my mind, I have a version of myself that like 8 o'clock I put my phone off and my laptop off and I'm finished. That version hasn't come to life yet. But that's my aspiration. Because then I have to go to bed and check this and check that and be on your computer and watch this and watch that. You actually start forgetting what normal life is. So it's becoming increasingly an addiction amongst all of us. Not other people, amongst all of us. That we are becoming constantly attached, dependent on these screens. So in Sha'aban, set yourself some parameters. I'll give you some tips, inshallah. Delete some apps, delete Facebook and delete Instagram. I'm not saying you must deregister, you can check on the computer. I'm saying this time have it there at hand all the time. You can check on your computer, you want to really check now what's happening in the world and post your selfies. You can, on your computer you can bismillah there. But number one is delete those things. Number two, my advice generally is to turn off your notifications. Especially WhatsApp. You can't every time buzz, buzz, bzz, bzz. It's like insanity. Every time someone sends you a random thing, you just check. You understand, like what's it doing to your brains? We can't be present in any moment. We can't have any deep thought. We just whole time buzzing. Alhamdulillah, I do that. One thing I did do, alhamdulillah, is I turn off my WhatsApp and my email notifications. So no, nothing buzzes on my phone when someone messages. It at least helps me not to be connected a little bit. So if you can just do those, what are those three things? Delete all the unnecessary apps. Like I like to read news all the time. I must delete all that news apps. Because it's there all the time, I actually read all the time. But it's not good for me also. It's not good for you also. All the time, constantly. So delete the apps you don't need, especially the ones taking your time. Number two, you set yourself time frames when you're not going to have your phone. You're not going to look at the screen. And number three is turn off your notifications. Your Sha'aban digital detox. If you can do that, you can almost become like a new person. And Ramadan comes, you have a new heart, a new mind. There's something different happening inside of you. Otherwise, we will almost walk into Ramadan with our sin and with our ghafla, and we expect Ramadan to fix it. The detox must happen before that, inshallah. So that's my dua for all of us, is try to prepare for Ramadan. And one of the things like this Friday is why we're having the program also, is to help start a journey. And Mi'raj is now Wednesday. Mi'raj is your first alarm bell. What's your second alarm bell? 15th of Sha'aban. Mi'raj is like your 4-week, 5-week alarm bell. 15th of Sha'aban is your second week alarm bell. Don't let the alarm bells go off and you're still in the same state. Don't reach Mi'raj on Wednesday, you're still in the same state. Don't reach 15th of Sha'aban in 2-3 weeks time, you're still in the same state. There has to be some movement towards who we want to be. There has to be some preparation for this beautiful month. Not that the month is the objective, the month is where the gifts are and where the treasures are. The containers must be ready for them. The containers must be ready for them, inshallah. So let's make a niyyah. It's difficult to make niyyahs, no? Make a solid niyyah. And even better, take your family with you on the niyyah. Take your wives, your children with you, take your husbands with, okay, your husbands are difficult, but see what you can do, inshallah. Take them with you on this journey, your whole family on this journey, a preparation journey. Like for those of you who are married with kids, really we should spend a few minutes every night just talking or remembering Allah or even just praying together, just to bring our families together and ready for for Ramadan. I'm talking about big things here. I'm talking about small things, but have big impact. These small things have huge impact. So inshallah, may Allah help us to prepare for Ramadan. May Allah remove all of our sins and all our disobedience and all our transgressions. And may Allah help us to draw closer to Him in all the ways that please Him. And may Allah keep our hearts and our minds and our beings attached to Him, longing for Him, thinking about Him. This is the only real thing. This world is all dunya, it's all temporary. You die tomorrow, nothing means anything. It's all about Allah. We have to wake up. This is the time of waking up. Barakallah. So we'll see you next Friday, if you're coming, at Atri Mosque after Isha. And next Sunday, I'm not sure where I'll see you, but I'll see you Sunday inshallah, somewhere. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.